Dorsey and I met up with my three sisters, Dawn, Dallas, and Kim, along with their husbands, John, Greg, and Steve, in Skagway. Then we headed out to our digs at the Chilkoot Trail Lodge. We weren't in a hurry to get to the lodge because the scenery's just beautiful. I can't think of another word to describe an area that a lot of people never have a chance to see. It's so magnificent, it's amazing. You just have to experience it to appreciate it. We finally did arrive at the lodge, and each couple got located in their cabin. At night, we cooked steaks or fish on a barbecue in this gazebo. Then we sat around an open fire and roasted marshmallows to make s'mores. Sounds kind of funny, but it was very pleasant, and it was a relaxing evening. Big day today. We're going to take a look around downtown Skagway, then hop aboard the White Pass and Yukon Railroad for a trip into Canada. And we're going to the Days of '98 show featuring the misdeeds of one Soapy Smith, and it's on stage at the Eagles Hall on Broadway. Then we split up for a while to eat, shop, explore, each to his own. John and I watched salmon preparing to spawn in the stream that runs through town.
They'll dig redds in the gravel with their tails, and the hen will lay the eggs and the bucks will fertilize them, and then they'll die and float back downstream to the ocean. Now right in here you see a lot of pretty bad looking salmon, but there's one lighter colored one, and it's a bigger one, and that is a beautiful salmon. He's just about the middle of the picture. And that fish is still brand new to the river almost, and nice fish. And there's another one coming in that's not very bad. But like I say, most of these been in here for quite a while, and they are starting to turn. Now here we are at Fishing Park. This is where, some of the tourists come down here and a few locals. And it's actually got some pretty good sized salmon coming through this pool and heading upstream to where we just saw them spawning. Kind of works for all ages. Yes, sirree, that fella there is decked out. Well, here's a little gal. You gotta give her A for effort, but her technique just wasn't quite up to it. Just let go of that thing too soon and it splashes in front of your feet. And we watched her for some time. Oh, here he comes. I got him now. Ho! Salmon for supper. Maybe. Looks like a pretty good fish, but unfortunately, if you look close, you'll see that his gizmo is stuck in the back of that fish, in the dorsal fin actually. And you're not legally allowed to keep this, but maybe he'll get lucky and fall in and he can.
The White Pass and Yukon Railroad was built in 1898 for miners headed to the Klondike. We wanted to learn a little bit more about it, so we decided to go down to the switch yard and look around. We were told that this old engine here was being positioned to be on permanent display. It's close to 150 years old and could still be put in running condition. That's amazing. I do think I was glad that it wasn't going to be pulling us over the mountain, because even though it was a beast in its day, it looks a mite fragile now. It's time to climb on board and take a little train trip. We got on board and soon we were pulling out of the station. We went past the little salmon creek where we were watching the salmon spawn. Then through the switch yard where old 52 had been hooked up to 3 vintage cars and it looked like he was ready to go to work. You wonder what kind of stories that old engine could tell. Now just sit back and watch what rolled past us during our round trip. Canada. Well, we're going to turn around here, so to speak. We're actually just going to back down the hill and head off for the port of Skagway, way off in the distance. The train got us back okay, and now we're headed for the theater. It turns out that the girls in the show pick a stooge out of the audience to be on stage with them. Take a wild guess who the stooge was. Yep.
Only Alice, when it comes to love and I got away. Mommy, when all the skies are cloudy and gray. What do you say? Each step leads you closer to a paradise ring. And say goodnight, and while you're at it, say your prayers. Here and Alice, yes, you and Mommy. I'm going up, upstairs.
These two French horn players. And they're here to deliver you upstairs to where your pleasing prize awaits. Alice, Molly, take him away.
And he told me that he loves me, and that he wants to marry me, and that he wants to take me with him up to Dawson City. Wait a minute, what? Chris and I were just upstairs talking. And he told me that he loves me, and that he wants to marry me, and that he wants to take me with him up to Dawson. What are you talking about? You hear that music?
Gentlemen, here they are once again, the lovely Molly Bugles and the talented Miss Squirrel
I
Tuesday.
have a little song for you.
Hold on a second. I'm sure what she meant to say is that we
Have a little song for you. Sugar.
Squirrel Bear.
Money,
Ladies, just do the number.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. Hi, Chris. Hello, Chris. They may or may not mean offense.
With that single note, I concluded my singing career on the Broadway stage.
Chris, you have such an amazing voice. And then it just comes naturally.
Beat it, Molly.
Whatever.
Scram!
Stand up, sugar plum. Come right over here for a second. You're not getting away part of the show. When I get to undress him, you just stand right here.
And let Squirrel take care of everything.
'Cause honey,
When you find you have nobody to miss you, nobody to kiss you, and one thing to face forward, don't be shy. When you wait around for someone to need you, and no one will heed you, then what do you do? What is that I hear you say? You're going, you won't stay. Oh, you know what let me say. Be on your way. Go on. Go. Go. That's your seat. But listen. Don't come back because your place will be taken. And when you're forsaken, then what'll you do? I'll be proud of lost Christmas. Thank you. You know what, Chris? I really like the way. I said, when you reach back home.
And thus ends Chris's adventure at the whorehouse. That man, I can't take him anywhere. And now he has his own diploma.
We looked around town to see if we could find anything weird, and a lot of it was us. We spent a lot of time looking, but we still haven't seen any bears. Kind of disappointing. We decided that if we were going to see any bears, we were going to have to go somewhere else. So we got on the fast ferry and headed for Haines. And you know what? We were right.